thank you very much for taking part in the development of the participatory metrics strand of the quality metrics trial. Now, we had an event in London shortly before Christmas, and one of the things that was raised was whether or not it would be good to have an evaluation template for people to work from. So I've created a participatory evaluation template, and I'm just going to quickly run through what it is that we would suggest that you do with this template to make it suitable for your participatory events. So I have shared this evaluation with you, and if you log on to your Culture Counts dashboard, then you should see it right here, looking just like this, participatory evaluation template. There it is, perfect. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is click on New Evaluation, and I'm going to call it Sean's Participatory Event. There you go, lovely. There it is up there. So if I go back into the template, I'm just going to copy each of the surveys over to the evaluation I've just created. For those of you that have been working with the quality metrics, you will know about this already. So I'm just going to quickly whip through it. Of course, if you do require any further assistance, you know exactly where I am. So please do just give me a call or send me an email. So there we go. Copy survey. Lovely. So if we now go over to here, brilliant. That's just what I wanted to see. So they are now all in my own evaluation. Now here's where we get to amend them to make them suitable for my own event. So I'm going to click on this here, survey participants. It will take you straight through to the summary page, but I'll just go through it step by step. So if we're going to configure, so this is exactly the same as the quality metrics one. So you need to give yourself the survey name, provide an introduction. If you want to add your own logo, then that's fine. You're going to keep the participants one as standard, got the delivery options, save and continue. Great. So now we've been taken on to the design page. Here you will see, I'm just going to scroll down very quickly, so I'm sorry if this is a bit fast, people. This is how many questions we have. Yeah, 30. So that's quite a few, as I'm sure you will agree. And let's be honest, nobody wants to complete a survey with 30 questions. So this template here includes all of the metrics and statements that have been discussed previously. So what we would like you to do is to go through each one and see which ones you feel are relevant to your project. So for example, let's just say, let's have a look down here, what might not be appropriate. I suppose if you're not intending on giving feedback, then you probably wouldn't want this question about feedback. So basically you can amend them, take them out. So if you want to take them out, you would just click on remove just there, and that will take it out of your survey. The thing is that you do want to make sure that you have a decent number of questions in there. So we would probably recommend about 10 to 15 absolute max. The reason being that people can get really quite bored of lengthy surveys, and when they lose interest, they lose heart, and so on and so forth. So yes, just go through these, choose which ones you want. Now on the participant survey, You do not need to invite anybody, so please leave that blank. The summary section here. And these should be blank because you shouldn't have invited any peers or self in the previous page. I'm going to click back onto the evaluation over here. Now this one here then is for the self-assessors to complete. So this one is the pre-event. Now all we would say here, again you'll need to add in the title of the survey, survey introduction, all much the same as you did with the participants one. Again on design, when it loads up, there we go, you will need to delete the statements that are not relevant. Now you should try and make sure that they are the same as you deleted from the participant survey. The reason being that then they can all be compared and it will just make for much more interesting reporting. So again, you've got about 30 questions here and you need to cut them down to between 10 and 15. You will see here that where it says the organisation, of course, you'll just need to switch that over to the title of your evaluation. Not the evaluation, sorry. The name of your organisation, sorry about that. And also, if I scroll down, you'll see as well, project. Again, you would just need to amend that to the name of your project. You'll have to click Save and Continue when you're done. Go over to the invite page. Here, you should not invite peer assessors because this is the self-assessor survey that should be completed prior to the event. So you would just simply enter the email address in here, press enter to add it, or the return button depending on how you like to call it. Click Save and Continue, and that will take you through to the summary page, where again it operates exactly the same as the quality metrics. You'll see the email address come up down here, and then when you want to send it to your self-assessor, you would just click Send. The button would be over here. And last but not least, I will just go on to the self and peer assessors after the project survey. So again, you'll need to configure it to make it personal to your project. And then on design, exactly the same as we said with the self-assessors prior to project survey, you will need to make sure that they match up. So previously we said about the feedback idea of things, and there it is, it's there. So if you don't want this one because you haven't got it in your participants one and you also haven't got it in your self pre-project survey, you would need to take out this one and you would click the dustbin icon, which is the delete button or remove. Once you've done all this, you would need to click on Save and Continue, which will take you to the invite page. On this one here, you will need to invite the peer assessors. Now, these are people that you would consider knowledgeable of the field of art and culture, but they do not have to be people that are necessarily completely external. They can be people that are within your contacts. They could even be people from within your organisation. The only thing that we ask is that they are not directly involved with this particular project, so therefore they would not be considered emotionally invested. That's a phrase I've used a fair amount, so if you've been involved with quality metrics, you will have heard me say it several times over. So you will need to insert those email addresses here and the self-assessor one here. Click Save and Continue, which will take you to the summary page. And once again, you will see down here under peer assessors, you will see the email address for each peer assessor and the self-assessors. Down here, there will be a button saying Send Survey. And After their attendance to the project, then you will simply need to click on Send Survey and it will go through to them. So I hope that's helped. If you need any more assistance with it, please do just give me a call or send me an email. I will endeavour to come back to you as soon as possible. And I hope very much that it all goes well for you. So yes, please do just give me a buzz. Okay, thank you.